Hey guys, good evening. It's Sunday and I wanted to do a quick video, and this is a short one, but just a update about the cars in my garage, like the Cobra, and what's been going on with them and where they stand right now. Let's go ahead and get it started.
What we do here is go back.
So first and foremost, since it just came back from the mechanic, you may or may not know, I've been driving this thing around to try to run some seafoam through it to clear it out. Well, it ultimately just killed, being towed away, and they had to go through it and clean it. And it's a Coyote 5.0 engine in it. It's a 2011. We figured it was dirty gas, but I thought I ran it through. I didn't realize that the fuel cell in the back is 19 gallons, and I thought it was more like 12. So I put 10 gallons of new gas in there. Well, again, I thought, man, it's a big tank. Now I can see the 19 gallons. If you can see it, I don't know. Is it dark? Too dark? No, you can see it. So what basically happened was the guy that built it, he started building it in 2012. So he put the engine in, put the gas tank in. There's actually some pictures I have of him riding around with just a frame on this West Coast Cobra, which is pretty cool, and the frame's legit. I mean, it's not like a garbage frame. It's a real safety-minded frame. The gas has been in there. He said he changed it out, but when I finally brought it to the mechanic, they cleaned out the gas lines, they cleaned out all the lines, they cleaned out the injectors, and when they pumped the gas, the remainder of the gas, so I go to this place right around the corner which is ethanol free, and it kind of concerns me that maybe they had a batch of bad gas. Possibly not, but when they said they pulled out all the gas and none of it looked like gas. And I just put 10 gallons in there. It's a 19-gallon tank. How did all of it look bad? I don't know. But like I said, it broke down. It wasn't running. It had zero power. The day I was bringing it to the mechanic shop is the day that I get it out on the highway, and right when I touch the highway, it loses all power. I coasted across, had breakfast at the place. Luckily, it's Breakfast Club, which is a place that we often go to, and I had it towed. You know, I'm gonna go ahead and let you hear what the car sounds like right now. Okay, so also what's going on with it is one of the exhaust, the packing was pulled out. The other side, it wasn't. So I didn't know if that would have a problem with it. A friend told me that it might throw it off a little bit. It might. We're gonna go ahead and change that up, pull the packing out of both and repack them. Because to be honest with you, I thought a car would never be too loud, but this thing, when it's coming out of that exhaust and it hits, like, let's say the sidewall of a bridge or something like that, it destroys my eardrum. I mean, I get out the car, I think, with my equilibrium's thrown off because it's just so loud. So let me let you hear this thing. I have to tell you, just now, my eardrum, I could feel it just reverberating. And I know I guess that's what it does, but a little too much. Maybe for shorter rides, what I started doing was, as I'm trying to run all the cleaner through the gas tank right now and trying to run it even though we're having rainy weather and I have my garage closed, I've been wearing headphones. Or earplugs, and that might be the way to go. But the headphones have worked because I can still hear everything that's going on around, but that sound just lets it go straight into my ear. I think that's roughly about it with the Cobra. We're gonna go ahead and clear wrap these two, and see I have to clean it. We're gonna clear wrap these two hips on it, and the one over there, and we'll clear wrap it because I think this is where you can see the dirt kind of flies up on there, and I need to wipe this thing down. I'll do that right now. But the other side has a small chip that it came with, so definitely want to make sure that is right. Still want to work in this little gap right here. I ordered a new steering wheel because that one is just hideous. I mean, yeah, we looked on the build sheet. Looked on the build sheet a little while ago, and the kit, just the body, was I believe $32,000, and I think the frame was a little bit more. Of course, the engine and everything else, all the other components, but just the kit, the fiberglass and all that, $32,000. You're running up all these big bills, and then that was the lowest option. That steering wheel cost 20 bucks. Some little things, and it's got some movement in the steering wheel still. They were supposed to look at that, but we didn't get around to it. Wanted to get the car, wanted to get the car and get started running it just to clean out the whatever might be in it, and just run seafoam through the system so it cleans out, you know. And right now, running perfectly. It's got lots of power, not crazy power. I'm sure it has crazy power. I haven't wanted to press the gas. I'm sure somebody like you know, like Alan or my dad might do it, but I'd rather be in a parking lot and just slam on the gas and see what happens, because I don't know if it's going to throw me in a circle. I don't know what it's going to do. But I've hit the gas pretty hard, and it feels nice and tight, controlled. It doesn't feel like it's going to get away from me, and it really doesn't feel too stupid. Now, I'm sure I could drop it into a lower gear or really slam that gas, and I mean, look, it downshifted on me. I spun the tires at 30. It downshifted on me on the interstate, or I accidentally pressed the gas on the interstate. It spun the tires at 70. So I know the power's there. It just doesn't feel like it's gonna really just kind of blow me away right now. But I'm sure it's capable. It's a light car, big engine. The other thing that I want to point out, just so nobody thinks I'm ridiculous, this is something that we're planning on doing. It has the, as you can see here, it has the 5.0 liter Coyote V8, and then it also has the 5.0 double badging. I might see if I can take that off today. I have a heat gun, and I'm just scared to screw up the paint there, but I hate this. I hate it. I hate it. I was trying to see which one was, which would be the easiest one to take off, but I really just, I hate this. I mean, I feel like a Mustang. Even though it's the same engine, I don't like it. I don't like it. Don't like it at all. You know, I might try to take that off in a second, and I'll show you. All right, so on to the next one is the Lotus. The Lotus is a lot of fun. It's got a lot of torque. It's a blast of a car. It looks great. I love it. Love the fact that I could get in it and it works well. I'm on the last month of my warranty with Vroom. I'm still working on them. Communication is still very hard, so if you're gonna get something like this, or something that requires a lot of warranty work that's kind of not the norm, which this car probably, I would say, is not the norm for Vroom. I don't even know why they sell them, but you know, they have been working with me, so I have to give them a little bit of props. They sold me this car. They gave me the 90-day warranty, and so now, right now, I'm working on getting the this window right here. It was rolling up funky, and now it's totally come off the track. So it's falling down there. I'm gonna go bring it to Baton Rouge tomorrow, bring it to a guy that works on Lotuses, and get him to fix that. And I don't know if you remember, I saw the other film. It was rolling up too high. You can kind of see how it's eating away at that little gasket right there. That's because it rolls up, and it would roll up here, which was wrong. So it needs to be fixed. So I'm assuming that's probably why this one fell off the track, was because it was out of alignment, I guess. I don't know if you remember, but we had to cut a hole here to access the battery. The cable from Vroom came sheared, which is the emergency cable out of the on the back seat. It came sheared, and it wouldn't work, which is a common deal with these cars, that the cable's messed up. Somebody pulled it the wrong way and broke it. It's broke. It's still broke. So the other way to get it open, well, first off, is the key fob, but the key fob wasn't, the battery's dead, so it wasn't working because my son left the door open. Basically, he just left the door open like this, and I didn't notice it. But it was enough to kill the battery. Battery went out quick. Per Lotus, we cut this, we cut the other side, we loosened the hinges, we tilted this back, we reached in there into this little 2-inch gap right there between the engine separation and the trunk, and undid this latch so we can get in there and change the battery out. Did that, just received these new parts. Vroom paid me back on them, and these were $100. It was $50 each. And they just glue right on in there. The problem is that this piece came broken. See that? It's broken. $600 piece. They did take care of that also. I'm gonna change it out. I'm gonna have to order a new one so I can go ahead and change that out. This thing's full of leather. I don't know if y'all know this about a Lotus, but I mean, everything is leather. Everything. I mean, you see that? Everything. I really do. I mean, I love this car. Look, it's not the most powerful. It's you know, but it's a fun driving machine. So these cars come wrapped from the factory, and you can see the wrap right here. Well, when Vroom gave it to me, what they did was they touched up the front end. And I read some reviews about Vroom touching up car paint, and it said they really don't do a good job. But man, did they do a good job with this. Oh, dude. You know what? I'm sorry. I have to wash this car. We just got it back in. We rushed it because it was raining and the window was open. So I have to wash it. But so what I'm going to do is I'm going to clear wrap all of this up until right here, I think is what the factory does. And it kind of goes around like this. Something like that, because rocks tend to hit. This is apparently real soft. You see all the touch-ups. Well, I'm getting scratches already. Yeah, I got it. Look at that thing. Yeah, so got to get that thing cleaned up. I'm in Louisiana. I mean, we don't have a ton of stuff running around. We do have some Ferraris, McLarens, and all that type of stuff. But if you only see one once in a blue moon, most people think that's what this is, a McLaren. And it almost does. It looks like a baby McLaren that you could get for nothing, you know? And it's a blast to drive. It's fast. It sounds great. Sounds great now with the plaque exhaust, which, check this out. This is when we put it on. And I had the Laramie, which is a $1,200 exhaust, which is sitting right there, that a buddy gave me. And it just didn't have the sound to it. So let me go ahead and start up the Lotus so you can hear it. I love the sound of this car. That sound was a cold start of a Toyota Camry engine with a plaque exhaust in a car that looks like that. So I'm pleased, very pleased with the Lotus. Now I'm very pleased with the Cobra. Now that it's running right, with the exception of a double badge. And on to this one. So I took this off to give it a little bit more of a feel, so it fits into this garage. And also I put the top up because, you know, I figure no top, no air condition. Top and air condition. Top, no air condition. This is how it's working right now. This has a Corvette engine in it. I believe it's a Corvette engine in it. LS1. Y'all can correct me because I don't know anything about it. I really like this car. A lot of people just are not appreciating this car. And of course, I like the fact that I have the Lotus, the Cobra, and that car. I mean, look at it. What kind of car are you gonna run around with the engine sticking out and feel good about it? All right, so on this car, first off, I want to tell you that it is for sale. Or, you know, so I haven't been getting too much on it, but the weather's starting to get right, so I have a feeling that I can stick it on eBay once I feel that the weather's right and we're really solid in the springtime, and then I think it'll be gone. Which is unfortunate because, again, don't want to sell it. And to be honest with you, it fits perfectly. You know, when I made this garage, I made it because at the time I had a limo because I wanted to bring my family, my friends around. And apparently I was the only one that wanted to go in a limo. Really, my wife was right. It's expensive to rent. Not rent. I mean, we're not renting. It was my limo. Insurance was expensive on the limo, one. And I had to get a driver every time. But it was still so much fun. If I could split with somebody, I definitely would. My friend's moving across the street. I'm gonna see if I can talk them into a limo. Might be able to. I think we'll be able to. Alan, if you're listening, limo. Irene, actually, his wife, if you're listening, limo. But back to what's going on. So let's talk about this one. But did some things, painted the front. So it used to have orange flames here. Orange flames were really ugly. This car came to us as a Dillinger car. This guy put stickers everywhere on the car. You can kind of see how I tried to get some stickers off right here and it pulled some of the paint off. Probably should have touched that up, just didn't. So it was a Dillinger car. He had bullets glued to the side. He had, see this thing right here? Sticker. But the problem is, the only way to get into it is a push button on this side. So it'd look cool if, we could get that off. But I'm concerned that behind there, he had one here too, and bullet holes and all this stuff. But I'm concerned that there might be a door handle or something behind, or opening, or a hole right there. And that's why I put that there. I hate it. I may plasti dip it black because I hate it. Other than that, we did a bad job at, let's see if I can get you close to this. Bad job at, this used to be yellow trim, and tried to dye it, so now we're going to dye the whole seat so it's perfect black, because we did a bad job just covering up. You can see it if I pull it apart. See, you can really see it on camera. You can't really see it in real life like that. Camera definitely picks it up. So it's pretty clean. I like it. Like I said, push buttons, back seat. There is a problem with this one though, with the back seat, is that there's no seat belts back there, so my kids never could ride in it. So really right now the only one that they're able to ride in is the Lotus. It rides on bags, so right now it's dropped. And let's raise it up. See, this is what we do. Press this button right here. And you wait. It's rising. When I'm in it, I usually like to be about 45 PSI. And we got to 30. So it's pretty quick, and I'll let you hear it. It's got, its own issues. It's got a few drips. Where's the exhaust? It's on the other side. You know what? I'm just gonna put you right here. Yep, it is. It sounds pretty good. It's time for me to take this thing out, though. I need to really ride it. I might go if it's raining. If it's not raining, I might go ride it today. So we'll see. I don't know what just happened to my camera, but it shut down. So I hope I videotaped all that last stuff that I just said, because I may not have. Other than that, it's a nice car. I like it. It's got the what does it have? See, it's got the old radio. Missing a knob. I've always been missing a knob. I tried to order a new one of those, and it was $200 on eBay. But it was the whole system. But I could have got that. I'm just looking for the knob. So if anybody has a knob for this, I will take it off for you at a minimum charge. Preferably just, shipping and handling. So this one's probably going to go, unless nobody buys it, then it's going to stay. And then I get to drive it more. We have a rally on, or not so much a rally as they call it, a caravan. But we have a caravan going on in March 11th, which I want to make sure that both of these are ready for, maybe even all three. That is it for this garage update. Please like, thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and if you have any questions, put it in the comments down below. And I guess that's all I got. Y'all have a good day.